Hello there, I am the Abyssal Drink, and what should be obvious at this point is that I only do voiceover dubs on my rank videos for the ones where I find there is some interesting commentary to be had. AKA I am not shit stomping the game.
Get talked down to.
So, this game does end in a loss. It is unfortunate, and it is a game that could be won, but it comes down to mistakes of overstepping, me being bad in general, and Team Flame, which seems to happen in every single game that I lose. My losing teammates just love to flame each other for no reason.
Man of culture.
Although, this one is a little bit more justifiable. I'm not advocating flame at all, but when you do see a player just being completely bad, there's nothing that, like, you can't not say that it's ridiculous. You can't not say that it's ridiculous the way they're playing.
I like it.
So in this game I will be going up against a fish as a hentai monster. And I have done this matchup before. I think I already have a video on it, or I don't.
God damn it, I'm bad at farming.
Nope, I should already have a video on it somewhere. So I know this matchup rather well. It's pretty much skill based, with a little bit more tendency to go in Vel'Koz's favor. And the reason I say that is, if you are panicking about the way that you are going to use your E, then you can lose the matchup really easily. The biggest thing you want, Fizz is trying to bait out your E, but it's more important that you bait out his, because he's going to need his E if he is actually going to dodge the brunt of your abilities. So right there, I don't use my E immediately, which he would also immediately use his E, and he would be able to just get a bigger advantage on me. Instead, because he's charging directly at me, I just use my Q and W to easily stack up my passive, and I end up winning the trade, especially because I'm kiting back, and my minions are going to be attacking him while his minions aren't attacking me. So it's a trade in my favor, and he has chugged all of his consumables. Considering that he has Corrupting Potion, it's higher value than me consuming 2 normal red pots.
Oh, I know where she is.
I basically come out on top of the trade.
Fuck off. Gosh.
That's pretty much the synopsis of this lane. There's never any point of trying to gank this lane, really. I somehow land my E there, and I mess up with my Q and hit a minion, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have landed anyway. But
I still got my stack.
ganking a Fizz, unless he's already going super aggro, which he's not a super aggro Fizz. He goes on me sometimes, but I play safe enough to where I survive, for the most part. But otherwise, there's just no point in ever ganking, and honestly, I don't feel there's a point in ganking. There's more value to be had in going to other lanes to gank. Currently, there is some insanity going on in the bot side jungle.
Oh. Well, nothing I can do for you.
I didn't want to roam over because I was already a little low on my mana, and it would take me a while to get there. It would just kind of be a little pointless.
Yay!
I just wouldn't see
And
all
it
that much of a
technically
reason
crashes.
to be going
How's bot
into
rank
the
doing?
jungle
Ziggs has 2 kills.
at the
Whatever.
time. Vel'Koz not the most amazing at roaming,
Grab
especially when he doesn't have mana.
This, and this. Well, that's Shyvana doing Shyvana things and grabbing dragons. At least I have a huge farm lead on the fish. Oh shit, I missed the cannon. Is he just...
There's not really too much I can talk
I
about
don't wanna
at this
be in a
moment.
long enough lane to where he's gonna actually be able to kill me with his ult.
This is a concern that I have in this lane matchup once 6 comes around. Because I am immobile, I do want to be very careful about Fizz ulting me if I'm lucky, and I can maybe outmaneuver it,
Make sure
which
you
I have a
use
hard
all
time
his
doing sometimes.
potions.
Then I
Right,
don't have to
potion
expend
setup.
flash, but more often than not I do. So I miss Q, so he decides to go right back in, and I just decide since he's backing away, I might as well ult. Because I'm knocked up, I cannot reactivate my Q at any
I
point.
mean,
But
I'll take it.
he flashes
Fuck it.
and under turret to kill me.
Graves can have it.
But
You can
in
take
that
all
trade, I
that.
basically
Fun,
come out
honey.
on top.
And technically, because I die die before, I get my 2 stacks. See, it's all planned out. Oh, that's an interesting skin. Looks pretty cool. So I am still far ahead of him.
At this
Don't
moment,
look at
Graves
me.
is invading,
Those condescending eyes.
and it's
I'm
kind of a
away.
poor invade because I don't have the wave
Fizz is
pushed
MIA.
up and Fizz is
Yeah.
MIA,
Yeah.
so there's
Yeah.
really no point of
You
him
should have figured that would happen.
doing that. Also another
Well,
mistake on my part is going to be, well, it's not really a mistake, it's just something that I could improve on is
that sucks.
just trying to predict where the enemy jungler
I'm
is
just
going to be
gonna
based off of the objectives on the
Ward them
map
up,
and
make
warding
sure that
accordingly.
I'm not gonna get touched.
I
but-
tend to play towards bot side a lot. I don't know why, I just do. But a better
That's not a good.
warding position would be top side. Not that I'm going to get ganked, but if Shyvana was a better ganking jungler instead of, like, if it wasn't an AP Shyvana,
Yeah, be careful. He is just chugging
and
those
maybe it
potions.
was, say, a J4 or a Zac, then I should have my
Exactly
top
what I
side
wanted.
warded instead to be careful of a gank, since Graves was dead and the Baron was not Baron, the Herald was available to take.
I should be fine.
I get ulted, but I just walk under tower perfectly fine, and just to make sure I get something back, I ult him.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And plus I have my potions to chug down. So overall it's not too big of a deal.
Okay.
This, we're just dancing with each other. But since he doesn't have ults, kind of nothing he can do. I can just easily walk away. He also
Not
doesn't have
afraid of
flash
you.
because it's on the same timer as mine. And I'm definitely not
Alright,
low
that's
enough
why he
for
has
his
2
ignite to
kills.
kill me.
I forgot.
So I'm pretty much safe. maybe if the Shyvana came around, I could be a little bit in trouble. But again, Shyvana's ganks aren't absolutely amazing.
Hey, fight me. You wanna fight me?
Another time where Graves comes around, and nothing to be done, just at all.
See? I know what I'm doing. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I know. See me in this bush? Bitch.
Now here
That's
it
not
would
very
be helpful to have my ult. Another thing that would be helpful
I need help.
is if I could land my abilities and be an actual competent player. But just a big thing going on here is that my team is getting zoned off because of the Caitlyn and the Ziggs.
I'm bad.
They decided to retreat into the
So,
jungle instead
get
of just
tanky.
staying in the river
That's a thing we
for a
can do.
defensive line, which would have been more beneficial to us.
Alright.
So
long as
we
we,
end
you know,
up
just
losing
play
the
carefully, we
dragon
outscale
for it
them
as well.
hard.
I mean, we get 2 kills out of it, but it's kind of
Much.
like, it's not like it's just a single cloud. And it is a single infernal, but
We can
it's still something that
outscale.
you would want to have compared to
Like,
the enemy
Fed
team.
Volibear is not the end of the world, honestly, against me, of all things.
I'm saying this because
No,
Vel'Koz
I don't want to switch.
can kite
want
him very well.
I should get
Big thing is though, I do need my team nearby me,
wards. That's
because
what
I
it's
can't
called.
kite
don't-
him for absolute ever, since if I use my E incorrectly and I trigger his Q reset, it would be bad. But for the most part, Volibear, Vel'Koz is slight counter to Volibear.
Wow.
We do outscale in this for quite a few reasons.
Is there anything I
The
can do for
Volibear
you?
should
Volley?
just be easily
Anything at all?
kiteable by our
I
team.
don't think so.
Just straight, easily kiteable. And the Fizz shouldn't be able to do anything inside of a team fight. Shouldn't being optimal.
Oh no.
And then of
Oh,
course
yes.
I'm Vel'Koz. I just do amazing in team
Yeah, I'm
fights
coming.
just
I'm
by
coming,
existing.
Volley. I mean, not Volley. I'm coming.
Jhin
Mundo.
scales harder than Caitlyn. Pretty well. Karma is Karma. The biggest issues are really the
Oh.
Ziggs and the Shyvana in terms of scaling. Volibear can be an issue, but not that much.
shit. Fuck me, dude. He lived somehow.
Like if that was a situation where I was able
I love that I keep
to
just
get
missing
there
my
before Mundo died and it was me and Mundo fighting together,
Hey, I'll take it. I'll
pretty
take
sure
it. And I got the
Volibear
assist.
would have died then
Hey,
and there.
let's go.
It would also help if I land my abilities in the first place. But, you know, you can't land everything. If I could
That's
land
what we like to
everything,
see.
then I could be in fucking SKT. Faker, I am not. Faker, I am not.
Dwat. Dwat, dwat. I'm a pickle, I'm a pickle, I'm a pickle. I'm a pickle.
Now,
I'm gonna back
if you're paying
now.
attention to
I
the
don't
scoreboard
know
whenever
if I'm
I
backing,
plop it up,
but I feel like I should.
you'll
Psych.
notice that
I have
Mundo's
nothing to
items
buy.
are strange. He's building a War Mogs as his first item.
And if you have
which
nothing to
is
buy, you
a
got
complete
nothing to
mistake
bet
because
for.
the passive will not activate till you have 3000
Five.
HP, not 2000, 3000.
Ow, why is that slow so
Um,
strong?
So it's pretty much useless. It would be better for him to be
What
building
I back for anyway?
at least a Bramble Vest
I think I backed for
because of Volibear just
penetration.
building a Blade of Ruin King, but also Volibear's
Something
W,
like that.
and most likely a Sunfire Cape would be pretty good for a Mundo to have, considering just
If I
the
sell
point of
my
his damage
Doran's
is that
ring,
he exists
I'll
and
have
he
it.
deals damage. But
me,
he's building
guys.
Warmogs, which isn't really all that great.
Booyah! I know what I'm doing. Mundo, you need more than a Warmogs.
So now we are in a situation where Volibear is fed and
And my ult's up this time.
Mundo should be able to
So I
scale
can
just
actually
because of the
grind it.
nature that he is. He's supposed to be an unkillable tank. But because of the way that he's
Do it,
building, it's not
Oh,
going to work at all. I missed my E, but only because the Fizz uses Proto Belt. Now I should be recognizing that Caitlyn has disappeared, and the only way she could go is up into our jungle.
oh shit.
I did not notice
the
that. I just didn't see her. She wasn't
A lot of shit
within
happened.
my own personal view. So
lot
I
of shit
moved
happened.
forward when I shouldn't move forward, and
How
we
do
end
we
up
lose
losing the
that?
fight.
I don't know.
So that's
I just took a
my
lot of
fault,
random fucking
not
damage.
being able to fully pay attention to what's going on.
I don't know. She was just in our jungle for some reason. Don't know how. But she was. Didn't see it. And our blue buff's gone.
There's no point in me clearing out the ward. Might as well just go to mid lane. Chunk out the
Ow.
Ziggs just to relieve some pressure. He's the biggest pushing issue until the fucking AP Shyvana comes
Why?
up.
I don't like AP Shyvana.
I know in the background that I'm already going to get into it, but
So dumb.
just for some added context,
AP Shyvana's stupid.
because I kind of don't really say why she's more than a glorified ult. Or, well, I just say she's a broken ult. Just the biggest thing I don't like about AP Shyvana is her damage when she's not in dragon form is not all that impressive. It's just kind of minuscule. And the reason is she just gets kited out. Her E just isn't going to, on its own, do enough. She's not getting in range for her W or her Q.
Gonna back
But
and do
once she
things.
jumps into her ultimate form, then all of a sudden her damage
Holy
is
Holy
skyrocketing.
flash.
Just out of
That's the only way.
nowhere. So it's just not fun to fight against because she's
I guess
not
I'll
going
have to
to
defend
play
this
up
then.
unless she has her ultimate. Because she's literally useless otherwise.
Or it's just already gone. I would attack him with my ult, but I know that Shyvana's nearby.
And big reason is just
A
using
good
my
guy,
old
if you want a
Volibear will
dragon champion,
still get to
make
me.
a dragon champion. Okay, if you want an actual AP fire-breathing dragon champion, then make it a thing. But don't let Shyvana just exist like this. to where she's just relegated to being nothing more than a broken ult.
Another thing is more so that her fighter identity is just, it's really weak, which is kind of why you always see AP Shyvana instead of AD Shyvana. Like, and I've seen strong AD fighter Shyvanas. This is just kind of a useless ult, but on me, I thought Graves was gonna go in, but he didn't. But anyway, AP Shyvana just is just a more satisfying. Not that I would know. I don't play Shyvana yet. A more satisfying thing in terms of just being of a use to your team, because she offers no CC. Her only form of mobility is on her ultimate. She's pretty easily kiteable.
I'm gonna back. I'm gonna make sure that.
And her biggest usage is essentially being an objective taker and nothing more, unless she gets like super fed.
Or it's gonna push itself.
But otherwise, she just doesn't bring really any. She has 0 CC other than her ult.
We need this if we want to
which
win.
Doesn't really come into play all that often.
Really.
It's just really hard to advocate for fighter Shyvana,
Jin's alone.
just from what I normally see. AP Shyvana just has more usage for a team than otherwise, so that's kind of why it's just like, why does this exist? Like, because people are. It used to just be, here's another battle, I'm going to die anyway.
I'm dead anyway.
Maybe I could have lived, but, man, I didn't. It wouldn't change the course of anything in this game, though.
Well, that's Soul.
I don't know, I just, Red's not amazing. They are, after all, a small indie gaming company.
We can technically still win.
But, sometimes it just kind of feels like they don't know what they're doing with balancing. And I don't mean that in the bronze mentality of, like, I keep dying to this, it's broken, it's busted. It's more of, how is this a satisfying thing to play against or play as? And is this actually what you intended? Because I'm pretty sure AP Shyvana isn't what Riot intended. And if this is a product, then they need to do some changes to her to make it something that's actually, good to feel like playing against.
Dude, you're on your own.
Or playing as.
You were all the way on your own.
Jin's complaining right now.
Can't see.
Jin was clearly just mispositioned.
What? Her ultimate? What?
I mispositioned by walking up without any real vision of what's going on in the lane, and my team isn't like right next to me as well, so I should be walking around the wall there by the tower instead of walking through that opening. Graves is getting mad at the Mundo. Mundo is getting mad right back, and it's just a complete tilt fest. Jin is trying to fight the Volibear. That's a giant mistake. You can't fight Volibear on your own. Not like that. And this game can be won.
That's kind of rude.
It can be won. The biggest thing is that it requires our team to play back. Even though we've lost the soul.
Come on, guys.
if
No point
we
in
play
arguing
back, we
with
play
each other.
safe, we don't push out unnecessarily, go chasing for kills when our base needs to be defended instead. If we make sure we allocate farm correctly, and these aren't really, this isn't something that takes a professional team. Look at where Graves is on the minimap. He's like, what is he doing all the way out there? There's nothing for him to take. He's not getting vision, that's for sure. If he was, then he should just be backing off as soon as he sees the Caitlyn. But he decides to fight her instead for some reason.
Guess I have to really dig deep.
It's just we want to play ping pong, as LS Vel'Koz would put it. One of the two. I can't ever remember. I'm bad with names anyway. Putting them to actual people is harder. But just playing a back and forth, their wave is, the mid wave is always going to push up to us no matter what. We just want to shove out the top lane and the bot lane without overextending at all. Like right now, my team is overextending into the top side of the map, and here we have vision of where the enemy is. I mess up my abilities, and while I get the kill, Jhin dies, which isn't great. But my team also dies on the upper half of the map too. Right now I should just be backing where I am instead of walking up. This is a mistake. Doesn't really matter anyway, the game's about to end. But I could be safe. I don't have flash. I don't have any way to fully run away. If I had just backed, I would be in base. I'd be safer. But nope. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's just I have my mistakes. But it's a team effort at the end of the day. One person doesn't ruin it for everyone. So that's the game. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
We could have won this.